Welcome to Atlanta Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Cancer for the month of October 2021. So we're in the sign of Libra and the element of air. And the theme of Libra is indeed balance, karmic balance. So really balancing things up again, or trying your best, or it's going to show you, this particular reading, the area that you need to balance in your life in this time. The energy around is new projects that are going to yield a lot of fruit. It's about nurturing things that are real. You know, this is a great card actually to start something new, a new project of some kind. Can be a child as well, if for those Cancerians looking to start a family. Very much an earthy sort of energy too, with the Page of Coins. So very much of the earth, stability. It's got good legs on it, this energy. As you can see, it's a beautiful card. New beginnings. So where you are right now, Cancer, is Justice. Exactly the card for Libra. So it's all about this balance, karmic justice. So what goes around comes around. You reap what you sow, all those cliches that people utter from time to time. But it's definitely a big card of what has happened in the past. Now, you know, the big wheel comes around and sort of says, well, for good or for bad. And let's hope. I like to always focus on, my interpretations are focused on the positive, not on the negative. So let's see what's brought that big karmic wheel around to you for the balance. And it's a lovely card to get, Cancer. Trust you to get that. So let's see the influencer of this card and indeed the whole reading. Things swimming along after a difficult time. So clear passage through, very sort of after choppy waters, stormy seas, we come into a period of nice calm with a nice breeze behind to sort of just float you on to where you're going. So you've kind of tackled a lot of mind energy too with this sword. Swords is always about the other people and the games and the politics and all that stuff that we have to learn to balance, and we have to learn to sort of apprehend in a very appropriate way often, you know. And it is people that can create, and as we know, create all sorts of storms that really are quite unnecessary. However, we have to do it. So smooth sailing this next 4 weeks, Cancer. Lovely card. But it has been fraught. But you passed. Let's see what was actually going on in August, September then. Yeah, and the sun brings everything and illuminates everything. So you've really been seeing things for exactly what they are, people for exactly who they are. There's no hiding when the sun comes through. Very bright, as we know. It can really blind us sometimes. You can see every floor is seen with the sun burning brightly, but it really does illuminate what's going on. It's also a yes card. It's a very strong healing health card. So really that has been behind you. So you've really been able to see, especially in a group situation or projects or whatever you've been doing, Cancer, it's really highlighted what's been going on for you, and you, with your intuitive ways, you've been able to see what you needed to see, in other words. Recent influences and a bit of exhaustion coming through, spiritual draining, really. A lot of you've been busy with a lot on your plate. However, you just need to sort of realise that and think, yeah, well, that was a lot on my plate, but I got through it, and now I'm getting a bit of a respite from it. So if you have been feeling exhausted, well, that goes with what's been happening here. because there's nothing more exhausting than other people sometimes, especially in a workplace. I'm feeling like a workplace. Families can, but then families are kin, so we can sort of, excuse some of their stuff. Okay, let's see what the lesson is. And there we have indeed work, so really strong hard work ethic, done very well to create that beautiful garden there. Speaking in the metaphoric reason for that picture of the garden is exactly what you've created this year. Beautiful field of sunflowers. Just keep on keeping on, things going really well. You've put a lot of energy in, I can see that with these cards anyway, despite the fact you might be a bit exhausted, but that's soon topped up. Because you're through the worst now, and now you're just sort of cruising along. Near future. And do I hang on? Do I let go? Do I hang on? Do I let go? Very much a karmic card as well, so you need to. Sometimes it's really hard to let go of, especially familial people or people who we're really connected to emotionally and spiritually. It's very hard to let go and let things just fall where they're meant to fall without trying to control it. The meaning of that really, I feel, is letting go is a lot easier than holding on. Holding on takes an intense amount of energy. Okay, so there you go. Let's see what's happening that you're not realising. King of Wands, so somebody's come back, somebody's been travelling, someone's returned. Very male figure, of course, being the King of Wands. He is the travelling man. A lot of that kind of energy, but he definitely is that travelling man that comes back from somewhere or is coming, and you haven't kind of quite noticed that because you've been so busy with just managing other areas of your life. Since this person's been away, obviously, and now that person's come back in, so the focus now changes to something different, as it does most of the time, doesn't it? We that's how we live. Let's see how others see you. The Wheel of Fortune, so definitely destiny, very, very good destiny card, for better or for worse, but I'm getting you've got the two big ones, Justice and the Wheel of Fortune, to say that you were exactly where you're meant to be. You've put in a lot of effort, so you get out rewards. If you haven't, well, then you don't. But by looking at your reading already, you have done that hard work. And other people may see you also as, always, always falls on their feet, always manages, but you indeed, that only comes to people that have put a lot of effort in. Let's have a look at what you're feeling positive about, and we have new beginnings coming in again, relationships, emotional connections, very nice there. Things budding along, so you've got projects left, right and centre, emotional projects, you've got earthy projects, practical projects. There's a lot of things to keep you going this month, new people to meet, all sorts of, but very much, keep in mind too, it's very sort of, destiny is really at work for you this next 4 weeks. So whoever comes in is meant to come in. Letting go, just balancing really, as I said before. Let's have a look at the outcome, and someone coming back from the past indeed. So just to end on an emotional note as well, someone coming back from the past, something sad from the past that occurred, or someone sort of dearly wants to apologise for behaviour in the past. Very emotional though, and that'll probably come in Scorpio time when we get there at the third week of October. that a lot of that Scorpio energy is about the past and sort of forgiving people from the past. So I'll just look at the King of Wands, what's underneath him, and what's underneath the Four of Coins, just to clarify. So underneath letting go or hanging on, you have end of a family curse. Interesting. But end of that difficult period that you have indeed gone through, either with somebody, and usually it is familial, or, you know, just in your sort of circle of people that you're quite connected to, spiritually connected to. So that's all being dealt with and will go out. And so the best way to deal with it is just to let that go. Let's look underneath this King of Wands. So this travelling man that's come back in, that you kind of have been too busy to sort of acknowledge because you've had all this other stuff on your plate. Underneath him we have, yeah, new business, doing well, juggling things, new stuff coming in for you as well. And maybe this person as well too has got new options coming in, getting back into work. Maybe your partner or somebody, someone very close to you anyway, Cancer. You can decide for yourself who that is. Interesting reading. But well done, well balanced as usual, Cancer. I wouldn't expect anything else from you. Now let's just see what your message is. Happiness. The very purpose of our life is to seek happiness. Happiness can only be experienced when the mind is quiet and the heart is open to making pure connections with your own true self, other people, and the world around you. Beautiful. Thank you very much for listening, Cancer, and we'll talk again in 4 weeks.